The last 2 years redefined travel on so many levels. More and more travelers are now seeking the outdoors, spreading out to thousands of small towns and rural areas and staying for weeks, months, or even longer. Joining me today to talk about the growing popularity of rural tourism is Whit Tuttle, Executive Director of Visit North Carolina, joining us virtually from a foggy Great Smoky Mountains area. Hey there, Whit.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, the mountains are great, and they are definitely smoky.
One of my favorite places to visit there in North Carolina. This is just a really fascinating topic to me. Talk a little bit about what trends you've seen with people traveling to rural areas.
Sure, it's been fascinating. You know, the pandemic really changed everything. We do a lot of visitor research to know their mindsets, what people are looking for at the state tourism office. And what we're seeing is that more than a third of our potential visitors all say they want to go to a small town. They want to go to a rural area. They want to be in places they haven't been before. They want to experience these new things. They want these places with authenticity and character. The trouble is they don't know where these places are. And these small towns, they don't have big marketing budgets. They're off the beaten track. They don't have big resorts and things like that. So you're going to have to stay in a quaint inn or a B&B or a vacation rental. And so we're trying to make those connections for people so they can have a great time. I spent the last night in a cabin that was right in the middle of a Christmas tree farm on the side of a mountain. Great experience. And then we also had one out here near Waynesville that was a one-bedroom schoolhouse that had been converted into a place for an overnight stay. So there's really some great experiences that people just don't know about, and we're trying to make that connection.
How are people celebrating your small towns there in North Carolina?
Yeah, so we've come up with this program called Dream Big in Small Town NC. And you can get to it. There's a website, visitnc.com/dreambig. And if you go there, we have all kinds of information on things to do, places to see. We're really focusing on 16 rural counties in North Carolina. They had actually lost population before the pandemic as people moved into urban areas, but they're really distinct and interesting and unique. We talk about lodgings, we talk about attractions, there's things you can do. We're partnering with Airbnb because there's a lot of vacation rentals in these areas. And we're actually doing a sweepstakes where 5 people will win a $1,000 credit on Airbnb to come out and stay in these areas. And we're going to give each one of those 5 winners $500 in spending cash so they can experience the area, get to know what it's all about, and have a good time in these rural areas that otherwise they wouldn't find out about.
Well, I know that we have a lot of viewers that are watching, and they want to visit North Carolina's like Blue Ridge Mountains or the Smoky Mountains. So talk to us about some of the fun activities they can do there.
Oh, yeah. If you want to get outdoors, the outdoors lives here. This is really an incredible place to do it. You know, we're right next to the Blue Ridge Parkway. It's America's favorite scenic drive. If you don't want to do too much, you can just drive it and take in the beauty. We're also in the North Carolina side of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. One of my favorite spots is a spot called Cataloochee Valley. They've reintroduced elk into the valley. And if you've ever heard an elk bugle, it's an amazing sound. And it just echoes across the canyons. It's a really great experience for the family. You can hike, you can bike, you can waterfall. We have waterfall viewing. We have horseback riding through some of these areas. Just really incredible things to do all around. You can go up to Roan Mountain. There's an amazing rhododendron festival there. When those things bloom, it's just a sea of color. We're also right on the Appalachian Trail, so you can hike a piece of that trail. You don't have to through hike it. You can just do a section in the Smokies and get that great experience without having to spend all that time doing it. Another one of my favorite places hidden away is a place called the Joyce Kilmer National Forest in Graham County, North Carolina. It's one of the only old growth forests left in the eastern United States. It was too remote to be logged, but you can go out there now with your family and you can see these trees that have been growing there for hundreds of years. Just really lots of great experiences out here for people to see.
Whit, I'm ready for a vacation after this. Seeing all these beautiful images and pictures, I'm ready to go. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you for having me.